So welcome to the 5th module. This module is going to be a little different because it's going to be very data intensive. So we're going to explore ways of extracting predictions from data. Or it's another way of saying this, we're going to use the statistical property of the data distributions themselves to develop models of how this data behaves. We're going to use those models to predict trends in the data for maybe future predictions or things like that. And then we're going to also give you some tools to estimate how good your model is at making predictions and potentially extrapolating and calculating uncertainties on the models and their predictions. So in order to do this, let's start very basically and talk about a very simple relationship between data. So this is referred to as correlations. And we could say, are two variables related in a linear way? And I'll explain what I mean by that, but this is a very simple idea. So let's look at a data distribution. So let me put up some axes here, and let's draw some points. So let me just draw some random points on here. And we'll take points over here, maybe points up there. Okay, and so you might say that it look like the variable we've labeled here, y, on the axis, is it all related to the variable that we've labeled x? These points just kind of look like they're randomly scattered. Let's look at a different situation. Let me put up a different set of axes, and now I'm going to draw a set of points that looks a little more like it's possible that x and y could be related in some way. So we might say, looking at this graph, that there is a sort of general relationship between y and x, and it's sort of, there's a general trend that as x increases, y is also increasing if we believe that y is some sort of function of x. And so this, in mathematical language, means that these two variables are somehow correlated. We don't know from the plot whether it implies that y is really a function of x, or there may be some other hidden variable that relates the two and produces this correlation. We don't know that for sure. But what we can say is that it looks like y and x are related in potentially a linear way. And so what we're going to do next is to quantify, using a precise mathematical definition of what the correlation is, the degree to which y and x seem to be related in this linear fashion.